What is going on, YouTube? Here we go again. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of 2x2 Growing. Today, we're starting something brand new. But before I get into that, I want to say a special shout out to everyone down in the comment section of my last video. Thank you so much for all your kind words. It meant a lot to me. And my mother's funeral was actually quite good on Friday. Quite a bit of closure there. But this week, I'm feeling a lot better. So here we go again. We're going to be starting another series. We talked about it in the last episode. And we have right in front of us the Showdown. We are going to have the cheapest, which would be the Miracle-Gro, versus the most expensive, which would be the Advanced Nutrients, versus organic. And it's going to be grown under the Mars Hydro FC3000, and if the plants get a little bit too big, they might have to be grown under an FC8000 and one of my 5x5 grow tents. So time will tell. I want to do a true experiment here between these three. So I'm going to be growing all three of these in the exact same growing medium. I'm going to be using cocoa. Now most people, when they're doing organics, they usually use soil, and I will do another run with some soil, but for this one, for the experiment, they're all going to have to be grown inside the exact same growing medium, and I like to use cocoa. So we're going to do a cocoa run. First up to plate, the Miracle-Gro. It is really acidic. I've used it before to grow lots of garden vegetables, lots of tomatoes, and the pH was absolutely horrible. It was always in the high 4s, low 5s. I've never used the purple one before. I've only used nothing but the one on the bottom, so I don't know what the pH is on the top one. I'm hoping it's a bit higher because I'm going to be having to use some pH up. Usually I don't have to use that stuff anymore, but that Miracle-Gro is very acidic, and I'm going to have to be dipping into the good old pH up one more time. And then next up to the plate, we have Gaia Green. It was my final choice for the organic product I was going to use for this run. In all the comments, I heard nothing bad and only good things about it, so this was my final choice. I did take a look at quite a few of them, and we'll be grabbing one more in the future to test Gaia Green against that one. But for right now, we've got Gaia Green, and let's just take a second to see what's inside the all-purpose. So for the ingredient list, we have feather meal, alfalfa meal, bone meal, blood meal, glacial rock dust, natural rock phosphate, fish bone meal, mineralized phosphate, potassium sulfate, insect frass, basalt rock dust, humic acid, ginseng, kelp meal, oyster shell flour, and green sand. This is my first time going organic, so I'm just going to be following the instructions on the back of the bucket and not deviating in any way whatsoever. Same thing applied to the Miracle-Gro. Just going to be following exactly what it says on the back and see how it turns out. And for a change, I'm going to do the exact same with the Advanced Nutrients. Usually I kind of mess around a little bit with the amounts that I give it, but I'm just going to be doing exactly what it says on the bottle and probably getting a bunch of nutrient burn. My prediction for this experiment is going to go as such. Basically, I think for the biggest yield, it's going to be the Advanced Nutrients, maybe the Miracle-Gro. I'm leaning towards Advanced Nutrients. I'm hoping at least it is. I think the best taste is going to come from the organic, and I think the worst taste might come from the Miracle Grow. This is a really good, fun experiment to do. I can't wait to see the final results. Anyway, I'm going to be wrapping this episode up right about now, so please go down there and smash that like button and stay tuned for the first actual episode of this series that should be coming out next week. Take her easy, everyone. I will see you next time.